Okay, so we're coming up with the second part of the review / more so interview from the Desecration all-dayer that took place a few weeks ago now in Glasgow. So if you want to see the first part, there's going to be a link somewhere, wherever I find out how to fit it in. I'm not tech savvy. But anyway, yes, so coming up for you now, we have Cancerous Womb, Fetal Juice, Amputated and Desecration. Now it is time to the Northern Folk, otherwise known as Fetal Juice. Absolutely fantastic bunch of lads, and they're such a laugh, which bears no resemblance whatsoever to the sheer noise that they make on stage. Honestly, it was so intense and complete insanity came onto the stage, but there's some really exciting catchy riffs going on in here with this real sort of thrashy grind drum beat behind. Absolutely loved it. Fantastic show. Right, okay, so we're currently joined with Fetal Juice. Guys, you've literally just played. How did it go?
It was alright, yeah.
It was alright?
Quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I had to hold some sick back though, because
really?
I really don't like Red Bull. And I had to have some on the way up on the drive, so I just...
Oh, just to keep you going?
Yeah,
that's nice.
He's on his way up, I was just holding my mouth shut like, all the way through it.
You're a strong man.
Exactly,
Get
yeah.
going. How about the rest of you?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It could have been better, but it could have been worse.
It's a bit quiet, which is a bit of a shame, but that's what happens, I think, sometimes with the all-day. It's early. So you guys are from Bury. Now, this is for a US website, I should say, so they probably wouldn't have heard of Bury. Skulls and Bones.
Oh, right.
US one. So they won't know, the US won't know about Bury. So how do you guys go down in Bury? It's quite small.
We don't play Bury.
We never play anyone local anymore, we can't be arsed.
Really? How does the name Fetal Juice?
There's like one pub that's like, it's alright, like. They have a lot of like tribute bands and stuff, you know, like Jimi Hendrix tribute acts and
So
stuff.
there's not really a death metal scene?
No, not at all.
No.
Pretty much the only death metal band where we come from.
Very into Manchester though, it's even Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester scene's not great. Manchester's good for hardcore and stuff like that.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
Like Church of Fuck and stuff, they're good, but they don't do what we do, if you know what I mean.
But tell us a bit more about the band for those who may not have heard.
Well,
like the sounds, that kind of thing.
Together for like, what is it, like 7 or 8 years, something like that. Started off with just these two, like jamming in his back room, and then he joined. We had another guy called Andy at one point, but we kicked him out, and then because he was a fucking lunatic. And then
you used to fucking spin round on the fucking floor, like you're having a good practice.
Yeah.
Nice, and you're there fucking spinning around on the floor.
I hope Andy's not watching. Andy, we love you, by the way. Cheers.
Andy,
Yeah, you were great. Great guy.
And then he moved to America, so it made our job much easier.
Yeah, so we'll definitely see this.
So what kind of struggles have you met along the way?
Just lack of payment is a massive struggle.
I think that's a big thing with the kind of the smaller bands. It's such a difficult thing because you need it so much.
In London or something like that. It costs 80 quid to drive there and back, and we just put it all in one car as well. Like 80 quid in petrol, and you get paid like 20 quid for it, and it's not financially viable most of the time.
If it's a good gig, then it's worth it. But you know, we've done so many where it's like fucking 5 people there that are just not even interested. Like, but if you're going to play death metal, you're probably not going to make any money out of it. So
yeah, you have to kind of be in it for the passion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. So what are you guys listening to at the moment?
Quite a lot of swing, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that a heavy influence?
He loves Frank
Zappa, Cherry Popping Daddies, Caravan Palace.
I don't know who any of these are.
Just random swing bands, and then a bit of punk on the side and death metal and shit.
We listen to loads of grind and shit like that. And like, I love Doom. Like these two hate Doom, but me and Ben fucking love it.
No, I have to say, I'm not a Doom fan.
It's awesome, man.
I
It's fucking well done.
What about yourself on the end? You've been very quiet. What are you listening to? Are you happy to be quiet?
No, I'm happy to be quiet.
Happy to be quiet. I'll move back then. Okay, I'm sorry. I tried to include. Okay.
Like vomitory and things like that though is like a massive influence on us.
Who are now gone?
Yeah,
going.
exactly. Yeah. We had a chance to play on the same stage as an Extreme Fest.
Oh, really?
Which was amazing.
Oh,
even though it was about 10 hours after us, but it's still the same stage.
It goes on the CV, doesn't it? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, that's it.
I mean, like, one of the reasons that we started is because, you know, Desecration, who we're playing with, we toured with them now, and that was one of the things that we wanted to do when we started, was like play with them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
They were like a
Have
massive.
you told them that?
Yeah, I have. When I was
really drunk last night, I just got, yeah, it's your fault we're doing this, you prick.
fucked off MDMA on the last tour and just basically told Ollie how much I loved his band and then talked to him about dog walking for about 3 hours or something.
Could just see
not that you're condoning drug taking or anything.
No, not at all. Don't do drugs. They're bad.
Okay, so have you guys got any new material coming up? Oh, no, you have. Yeah,
we've got a new EP that's coming out called Big Trouble in Little Vagina. And
Grind Scene Records.
At Pete Runs, and then we've got we're hopefully recording next month for a new split.
I think we're going to get run over.
I didn't really.
It's alright. Yeah, let's go.
Pedal cushion it. So
the split's going to be with Living with Disfigurement and maybe one of the band that we're trying to sort it out. If we get what we want, it'll be big, like. But if not, then I don't want to see.
So you're keeping it on the low for the moment. Yeah, great. See how it goes. Okay, so what else have you guys got coming up then? Is there any tours? Are you going to Europe?
No, we've already been.
You've already been to Europe.
From,
sorry.
Extreme Fest in Germany and did a few gigs over there, and we've got a little tour going like from London, Bristol, and Oxford, like the end of next month or something. Fuck, I can't remember the name. You put me on the spot there. I look like a right dick.
They're good anyway. I don't know who. I can't remember who they are, but they're pretty good.
Skies Burns. I don't know.
Black Skies Burn. Yeah.
So
and then hopefully a few other things will crop up. And, get
okay. Cool. Well, that's been great. Thank you, guys. Do you have anything that you want to say to the viewers of Skulls and Bones?
Hello. Cheers.
Cheers. Fucking buy music. Don't download it. Buy it because we're all struggling here. And go to gigs as well. Pay in.
That's a good.
Oh no!
You can have it so it looks like it's wiping us out.
So definitely go with the Skulls and Bones here to go and check you guys out and get hold of your music, buy the merch.
Alright, cool.
Very good band, very good live.
Thank you.
Awesome. So Cancerous Womb are a band who they've really just recently really come into their own, and similar to Zombified, it's straight up brutal death metal. And normally they're really good performers. I think Chris is a really good frontman. He's very big, commanding, and it's awesome to see. But it was a bit of a shame that he seemed to have a few problems with his voice, but I think it might be something to do with all that creepy electronic smoking crap that he has. Just smoke a real fag, Chris, alright? Just didn't make you look regal, I have to say. But anyway, so the addition of Joe on bass, because they just used to be a three-piece, it's really opened the band up, and it looks amazing. I mean, on the interview, they were talking about how Joe brings the hair. He brings absolute mentalness on stage as well. It's absolutely fantastic. So really, really awesome band. And although they're very laid back and very chilled in their interview, it is nothing to their stage performance whatsoever. So now sat here with the entirety of Cancerous Womb. How are things going, guys?
Well enough. Yeah. It's been a long time, but our slow progress is. No, not since we made Glasgow.
Just in general.
Just from starting off to actually getting things rolling properly. So we've been talking about doing an album for years,
forever,
and but we've just managed to finish recording it down at Chamber Studio in Edinburgh, and it's pretty much done. Just all the wee, crossing T's and dotting I's and all that kind of editing stuff. The studio got flooded. So.
Oh really? Yep. While you were recording?
We recorded it, and then
was your equipment alright?
Well, no, it was after we finished recording, but obviously because we can't get into edit and stuff yet, so it's going to take a wee while for them to sort all that stuff out before we get in. So it's put a little bit of a we have a kind of slow obstacle in front of us. But once we get it done, we're going to release it, and everything will be cool.
Cool. So it's quite a lot of bands on the bill tonight. Quite a lot of good bands. Anyone that you're particularly looking forward to from the bill?
Amputated, because they got a new vocalist and I've not seen them yet.
That's true.
And all of them, actually. I love all
they're
of
all,
them.
a lot of them are close friends to us.
That's why we were happy to do this show, really, because there was like, it was like friend fest. every band was
going to talk about that.
Yeah, we've played with all these bands, toured with them, and except for the local ones like Pirate Cannon and Laceration. But again, they're still close to us, so it is a really good lineup.
So you guys have recently come back from a tour. How was the tour? How was that going?
Hot.
Really?
The sweatiest tour ever. They were amazing guys, so really good bands as well. Had a lot of fun.
But the tour went really well. Yeah, we got good reception. All the crowds were, decent sizes for the kind of music we do and the kind of underground. So it was decent with turnouts, good venues, and everyone was really nice, and everyone played really well, which is always good.
A lot of bands were really good to go.
Yeah, they definitely made us up our game a wee bit as well, because it's nice kind of playing alongside essentially professional musicians who are actually good at what they do. We were stepping up to that.
So what do you guys enjoy most about going out on tour?
Playing, I suppose.
I enjoy meeting people.
Yeah, meeting people, playing.
Social characters.
I mean, it's nice to obviously get the band out a little bit more in terms of our name and get more exposure, maybe play in front of people who haven't seen us, and it's nice getting some, usually compliments or constructive criticisms back. But
nice when you go
do people actually come up and give you criticism?
Yeah, sometimes they come up and say you sound shit.
Yeah, we're pretty open. So
or what happens during that song? You're like, oh, we're fucked up. What I like is if we're playing a show and then you look out and you see people you don't know and you're like, that's cool, because that means that people are coming along that you don't know.
Especially when you're getting into it.
Exactly. But meeting people and playing shows. Never get told. I still get moments where I go up and I turn around and if people are going nuts with that, you get a wee kind of heart palpitation. It's good.
Yeah, it is cool seeing people going mental to stuff that you've written.
So what difficulties do you find being in an unsigned band?
Payment and finance, I suppose. It's just the cost of running a band like this. You've got rental for the rooms, you've got diesel for travelling, you've got to take time off work, you've got all the gear,
and the money for merch.
Yeah, and then you've got all the merch and the album, things like that. It's just constant money that's going out. It's not many people are going to gigs these days, or promoters are charging too much, and it's kind of like making people not go with them as well. It's putting people off. It tightens everyone's budget and everyone's. It just makes it more difficult. Everything else is great. I like being tired. I like being on the road. It's great. It's never boring, and you appreciate it
every day. It's like a holiday.
It's really nice as well.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, definitely.
Always helped out.
Cool. Anything else, Joe?
Nope.
Okay. So the new album, can you tell me any more, like album name, when it's out?
No.
Nothing.
Well, in all honesty,
because we don't know.
We don't know. We've got a few ideas, but we're still working on a couple of song titles as well to finalise it. We do have a couple of labels who are interested in releasing it. Again, we'll announce that.
Yeah, that's
so distribution of that's kind of covered, and once everything's done and mastered and ready to actually be sent out and dropped,
it's taken a lot longer than I thought it was going to take.
When was your last release? It was a while ago.
It was 2 years.
2 years ago.
That was just the split CD that we did.
Yeah.
But that was all done through us, so we went out and we recorded the drums and the guitars and stuff kind of essentially ourselves. But now it's the first time in a proper studio and did it, and I thought it would just be going in, do it, and then leave it and it gets done for you and stuff like that, but it's not at all. It's the longest process ever, and there's a lot more to think about than I thought. We did consider doing an album ages ago, but I'm really glad we didn't, because it sounded so.
Because we've come a long way as a band in terms of how we've changed a lot of the songs. We've changed a lot of the.
We've got the addition of Joe.
We got Joe, and he's definitely helped. He's improved the band massively.
I bring the hair to the band.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
Mike tries, but it never grows.
Yeah, I bring the good hair. But it's everything's going in the right direction. It just takes a while, and we're not in any rush to just be like, we've done it, so get it out. So we're just taking it slow, little steps, and hopefully it'll be worth it.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, do you guys have anything that you want to say to the viewers of Skulls and Bones?
Skulls and Bones.
Thanks for watching and listening and giving us
check
some time.
You out.
Check us out. Yeah, we're all over the web. There's not many other search results you'll get from Google when you type in.
Apart from hopeful cures.
Yeah.
You get a cure this cancer.
You'll get a few medical websites, but you'll pick us out. On the search
I'm sure. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll we'll get a lot more touring and stuff once the album's out and
get
across Europe. Get to US and maybe those finances involved.
In the US are listening.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it's all good, and we'll get over one day.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you
very much.
We're nearly done, and I'm trying to keep my talking to a minimum and letting the bands talk to you, which is obviously far more interesting. So now we're going to move on to the pretty Bristolians, otherwise known as Amputated. So with the new addition of Mark on vocals, I really think that he is holding his own, and he makes the part his own as well, which is good. He's not replicating anything, any previous singers, I should say. So it was good. There was nice technical skills. There was an adequate amount of energy from these guys tonight, but I don't know if that was related maybe to the extremities that they'd had in Leeds the night before, but nonetheless it was a really good set, and it's awesome now to be hearing some new stuff from these guys. Okay, so currently joined by the members of Amputated. Guys, you've literally just arrived. How are you doing?
Knackered.
You knackered?
Absolutely hanging,
Long drive from Leeds, stayed out last night drinking, but that's all part of the fun of it.
So hair of the dog tonight?
Yeah.
Are we all on the hair of the dog?
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy show last night as well, to be fair. The crowd were nuts, so we are all a bit knackered and sweaty. But
awesome. And you're all coming up to Glasgow. I was just saying earlier, there's like an absolute English takeover, which I'm loving.
Right.
So you guys looking forward to it?
Yeah, we just arrived and the venue looks all good. Everyone seems to be happy, everyone's sort of smiling, so I don't think anything's gone bad yet. So
no, not yet.
Having turned up and it all be like, hey, so...
Fash me late.
This is actually my first time personally in Scotland ever.
Yeah. How are you finding it?
Yeah, I've only been here like an hour, but everyone seems nice so far. Cerebral Ball making me coffee and free beer.
So it's your territory, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Glad Mike was this way.
Smell in the venue would have come from him.
Okay, right. So, are you going to be guys going to be playing new material?
Yes.
Of Dissect, Molest, Ingest?
Yes, we will. We've just finished the album, finished it on Wednesday, and basically because we've been out of the scene now for a while, we decided add some new songs to the set, see how they go down, and I think every show we played so far they've gone down absolutely amazingly. So the more we're playing now, the more we're going to introduce the new stuff. But obviously people want to hear the old stuff as well, so it's got to have a mixture of a bit of this and a bit of that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And how are you fitting in as the new?
Yeah, I think I've just about found my niche now. I mean, obviously my vocal style is a lot different. Well, not a lot different, but it is different from the old guy. But I've got a lot of respect for Mark, but I think it's an insult to him and the fans to try and replicate exactly what he did. So I'm just trying to put my own stamp on it, but trying to keep it brutal, and hopefully people enjoy it and take to me. If not, you'll see a new vocalist on the next album.
Now, I did have a listen online. I heard, is it the new song Skullfuck
Lobotomy.
Skullfuck Lobotomy. Okay, right. Sounding pretty menacing. So is that what we can look forward to with the new album?
Yeah. So. It's actually one of the weakest ones on the new album.
Oh, right, that's okay,
It was the first one we wrote for the new album, so we were trying to find a new sound, trying to progress to what we were into something different. And that was the new one, it was groovy, and we were like, it's great, but everything that's flown from that has just been even better. So,
It's a lot heavier.
A lot heavier, much more aggressive.
Cliche, innit?
Yeah.
Faster, heavier.
I know. Faster, heavier, more groovy.
It's faster and it's heavier.
We haven't used mature yet either.
Oh, yeah.
You're not maturing your sound, it's a progression.
Yeah, it's
the first one, so it's both the best and worst album I've ever been on.
With all this new album, the new writing, it's not news that you guys have had numerous lineup changes over the years. How has this kind of affected the band? Has it been hard? Has it been hard for you to come into an already established band? Has it been hard?
We've given him grief as the new boy. Oh yeah.
He's been giving it back as well as we've been giving it to him. So it's.
I think that's what you got to do. I think you got to give it back, and
I came in at a pretty turbulent time, because when I came in, it was just me replacing the vocalist.
Yeah.
But since then, we've had a bassist and guitarist change.
Yeah.
But they were both people I know quite well in comparison, so I hadn't really met these guys too many times before. So that's kind of helped me settle in a bit more, and I think it's helped the whole band kind of get to know each other a bit better. So I think we gelled quite well.
Yeah.
I mean, changes in the past have just been natural because people have been too busy to be in the band. And
do you always kind of sense it coming? Or?
It was kind of it's all been talked about. I mean, with old Andy that's in Desecration and Extreme Noise Terror, he was just he just had no time at all, and he was just like, look, I've been asked to join Desecration full time, and I won't be able to do both. And we was like, that's fine, you know. It was all amicable, everything was fine. But when Mark left, and then Andy, and then Ollie, and then Andy, it was all kind of all up in the air. Shit, what do we do?
The new guys have just slotted in really well. I mean, obviously Mark's been in a year now, isn't it? Just over, you know. So he's finding his niche. Kai and Harry are starting to find their feet with the band, especially live. You know, this will be their 6th gig, I think, since they joined. So you know, they are still finding their feet live. I think to have the new songs in the set has helped them a lot, because they can at least have ownership of those.
Yeah, rather than feeling like they're covering or replicating.
So at least they know that there's 3 or 4 songs in the set that they've helped sculpt, rather than, you know, we're just playing what other people have played and it's pretty boring and repetitive. So you know, for them it's still fresh, but they're doing a fantastic job. You know, we wouldn't have had them in the band if we didn't think. Half of him.
Oh, leave him alone.
He gets the grief.
So where are you wanting to take this album?
Everywhere.
Well, hopefully to America for duplication. I mean, I've already spoken to Barrett about getting some of the festivals over there, especially Severed Fest, or Severed Records Fest, whatever the hell he calls it now, just so that we can get over to the States. So many people want to see us over there.
I was about to say, do you know much about your following over there?
It's huge.
Yeah, really is. It's alright. Because we haven't been over there before, it's just been building, and word of mouth has just
so
spread.
People are like screaming for it.
Yeah, basically.
So it's my joint, to be honest. I only joined this band for a nice holiday. Plus I get to watch Desecration for free every night.
Right, now guys, I'm almost finished, but I kind of want to ask a question which I'm sure you've probably heard a lot of.
The TV show? That's before my time.
It was before your time. However, I only kind of fell on it the other day, and I didn't even know it happened.
Yeah, it happened a long time ago.
I know it happened a long time ago. Now, one thing I really wanted to ask. Obviously, for those who don't know, in short, I'll sum it up for you.
Yeah, carry on.
Amputated went on a BBC show in the UK and had to write a song with a pop band. Pop band weren't so good. I think one of the members are now in the Saturdays, are they? Yeah. Molly. And bless her. So they're doing all right.
Every time someone says Molly, it always is followed with bless her.
Bless her. She seems a sweet kid.
I think our fans do still hassle her on Twitter occasionally.
Poor girl.
We don't encourage that, but it is funny.
Yeah, leave her alone, poor lass. She's making a buck. Right, but what I want to ask is, this may be a repeated question, but...
Did any of us get laid?
No, that actually wasn't going to be my question.
Right, okay, that's normally
I was going to say, do you think that it opened you up to a new scene? Because now, obviously this is for US sites, so the BBC Three is a very kind of commercial, young, teenage... I would kind of think chavvy.
Happening.
Yeah, chavvy, Neddy, hip-hop happening kind of channel. So do you think it opened people up to get a new fan base? Did it widen it up?
Yeah, it really did.
Did you get much of a response?
Yeah, a lot bad. A lot of death threats. A lot of death threats. Yeah, we had death threats.
What kind of death threats?
Hilarious. Just people going, oh, we're going to come down to your next gig in London and give you a good kicking. And it's like,
fuck off.
The size of most of us.
Yeah.
You know?
here's the venue. We're on about then. We'll be arriving.
They're so precious, aren't they? It's like, I don't like your music, so I'm going to kill you.
I mean, the death metal fans loved it. The extreme metal fans were like, that's amazing, that's so funny. You know, they seem to get it. Whereas the wider populace were like, oh, why are you being so nasty? And it's like, well, it's a TV programme, for Christ's sake. You know, it's not strictly ballroom or whatever. You know, we're supposed to look as though we're this typical metal band. You know, no brains and everything else. But apart from him, because he has none. But it did open us up to a much wider audience. I mean, they did screen it in America. I think they did.
Australia as well.
And Australia, New Zealand. I think they showed it in South Africa as well. So,
that's great.
and it's all over YouTube.
Yeah.
It's everywhere on YouTube. So, it did open us up, and we always get questions. When can I see it? Where can I see it? Even now, it's 5-6 years on.
2007, I think we filmed it.
Something like that. So even now, people are going, where can I see the TV programs on YouTube? Go and watch it.
We'll buy the DVD because it's on the extra. Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
I think it's interesting though, because I think it gives people it just shows that I think death metal fans find it great to see bands that they like and to see that kind of genre on mainstream TV.
Well, I mean, the reason we did it, I think, was Gary will remember it just as well as I did. I think back in 1998.
Well, you saw after.
We did an audition for it, but back in 1998, Cradle of Filth did exactly the same thing on the BBC with Living with the Enemy. Yeah. And I just remember watching that. I recorded it on VHS back in the day. I just remember watching it over and over and over again because it was extreme metal on the BBC.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just like, this is fucking hilarious. And it's just like, if we had a chance to do that, we will do it. And then we got given the chance, did the audition, managed to get through the auditions.
Brilliant.
Don't know how. It was because Ollie was late and jumped on us. And kicked it up. I am that. But yeah, basically.
Andy with the silly string incident.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, we just got given the chance. We were like, oh my god, this is such like a massive doorway opening.
I think it is though. I think it really. I don't think anyone can deny that.
And anyone that was into metal that saw it on the TV would just be like, oh my god, this is an extreme metal band on the BBC.
It's a genre that's always brushed under the carpet with commercial, commercial media, certainly in the UK. And I think it's brilliant.
It was hammed up, no doubt.
Well, I'm sure you watch it back and you think that didn't actually happen quite like that.
Most of it did.
Oh really? Okay.
Right. Especially the bits with old marking.
Okay.
That was real a lot of the time.
There was also a lot of stuff that didn't get aired.
Is it that
Fart
bad?
Lamps was funny. I walked in on Nikki whilst having a bath. So she wasn't best pleased about that. I went to get into the bathroom to get some Rizzlers because I was sleeping in the bathroom. Long story short, but I can't sleep in the same room as him. So I was upstairs in the bathroom. I snored, I snored. I do recall Mark getting in my car this morning going, fucking hell, Gary's snoring.
He's snoring. That's not what I'm saying.
Well, apparently you woke yourself up.
I woke myself up because I was sleeping on the floor and my legs had gone numb.
But yeah, so I walked in the bathroom, so I went to get some Rizzler. Because obviously all my stuff was in.
I was going to ask why the Rizzlers were in the bathroom.
All my stuff was in the bathroom on the sofa. So I walked in and there was no locks on any of the doors.
That's atrocious.
Just because we had to sign contracts so they could film us 24/7.
So they could film you on the toilet.
Basically, whatever they wanted.
That's great.
Yeah, we made little booby traps to wake us up if they tried filming us.
They wouldn't film you on the toilet more than once.
Especially the way I am at the moment.
But yeah, so I just walked straight in and she was there having a bath and I was like, I had two options. One, walk out and apologise, or two, close my eyes and find her out my...
What did you do?
Obviously I found my Rizzlers.
Sorry.
She wasn't happy about that.
Right, okay, so we're going to bring you back in. So that is literally it from me, and I just want to know if you guys have anything to say to Skulls and Bones viewers.
Buy the new album.
When's it coming out?
We finished it on Wednesday, so it's like all mixed and mastered now. We've got a couple of final touches, just a bit of stuff moved. But we're hoping for next month or so.
No, the end of November, December time.
Oh, obviously we've got to get everything printed.
The earliest. But yeah, we will be over to the States. There's no maybe, we will. It's just a case of time and temperature. So as soon as we can get stuff sorted, gigs sorted, visas sorted, we'll be there.
Awesome. And any final words from yourself?
I just hope people enjoy the album. I'd like to thank the fans and the guys for giving me the opportunity to be on it, and just hope it all goes well.
I wouldn't thank the fans just yet. They might not buy the album.
The fans at the gigs have been very supportive. I get this a lot. Don't worry. No, the fans at the gigs we've played so far have been. I've had a really good response. They've made me feel very welcome. So I thank them for that, and hopefully they like the album.
Awesome.
If you don't send me any death threats, please.
Yeah, no more death threats. Grow up. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thanks a lot.
So finally, I announce Desecration, complete old timers on the scene, and it shows. And I know that sounds really negative, but it's not meant to be. I mean, it is just sheer brilliance on stage. These guys know exactly what they're doing, commanding 100% attention from everybody left in the venue, and honestly, sheer smoothness of their playing ability. It was slick, it was nice. They were tight as hell, completely on form, and everything that you would really come to expect from a band of this calibre. It was fun though, because a lot of the bands that are playing on the bill take a lot of influence from Desecration, and I mean, you know, despite being at the venue where I was at the venue from one, it was well worth the wait. I was absolutely knackered, drunk as a skunk, but no, it was well worth it. Absolutely loved it.
Okay, so currently joined with Mike and Andy from Desecration. Guys, how you doing?
All right, man.
You look so cold. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
He's rubbing his hands with glee. Yeah, fine.
So you enjoying Glasgow so far?
Yeah, so far.
What you've seen of it?
Apart from the cold. No, it's fine.
It's all good. Cool. When were you guys last here? Because I'm sure this Glasgow is not new for you, is it?
It's a good few years since we've been to Glasgow. The last time was probably the Spear Torture Revival tour.
I was thinking that probably.
Oh, I can't remember what year that was, but it's probably 5 years since we've been here.
5 years. Okay, cool. So looking forward to it then.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys were playing Obscene Upstream last month. Was it the Czech Republic? You played in it. How did that go?
Really well for once.
For once. Okay.
We never seem to do very well at festivals. I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know. Always some things always seem to go wrong.
Because we're crap, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a bit
Don't
crap.
be modest.
No, things always seem to go wrong. We always seem to have bad sound. We always seem to cock songs up and things like that. Not that people notice.
I think that's festivals in general, though. I think festivals are just sort of like.
But I don't know. The last few have gone well, haven't they?
Yeah.
The last few, everything seems to have gone well. So
it's going okay. Okay, I mean, do you guys have a kind of a memorable festival in your history of festivals? I mean,
definitely,
really?
probably the best and biggest crowd
was it
ever.
the Thursday you played? Was it? Were you one of the opening Thursday nights, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
It was excellent. It was because it was in the town for Thursday night.
You were in the
you had
the good
with anyone
sound
else.
as well.
Good sound.
What's going on?
That's true.
No one to clash with, and it was pissing with rain, so everyone came in the tent.
Fantastic.
It was rammed. It was literally rammed in there.
Still like really power rated, did that though?
Yeah, that was fun. No, I did a drum solo.
That's it.
Kept everybody in there.
Now, you guys have been around, the band's been around for a very, very long time. How has the scene evolved, and what have you seen evolving from the kind of the death metal dream scene?
It's got a lot younger, right? We got older.
I think in some ways it has got a bit younger. I think there are more. The audience has widened.
Everyone's got better.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, what's
There's competition now.
Loads of good musicians around here.
Yeah.
What is though?
Laceration then is just like.
Yeah.
Laceration, yeah.
I don't know how old you are, but I can't play that now, and I've been trying to play this for a long time.
So what have you guys got out coming sort of new material wise? Because the last album was 2000 and... I can't remember. 2008? Something like that?
No.
We're recording a new album, and Mikey's
we're in the middle of recording a new album. Well, we're nearly finished it. We've got a bit of tracking left to do, a bit of vocals left to do. It is taking longer than expected, but at least it'll be good.
The fans know there's something in the pipeline.
Yeah, we released it. One of the songs we already recorded and put out as a single, a split single with BTK for the start of this. Well, this is the last leg of the British tour that we did.
Yeah.
So that's like a sort of a taster for the new album. It's not a direct lift off the album, but it's basically recorded for the we're using it for the album.
The drums are recorded, the guitars are recorded. It's just it's finding the time really, because Mikey's busy, everyone else is busy. So.
Now, one thing I just wanted to talk about is obviously, like we say, the band's been around for a while. I think listening back, you guys have maintained a very similar sort of consistency in your sound, rather than kind of a lot of bands. Some of them do kind of evolve over the years. I mean, especially with the lineup changes and things that you've had, has that been hard to maintain, or has that just been quite natural? Sorry.
I would. You've been in the band longer than I have.
Have you lost your tie?
Aye.
Your tie, we found it. It's there. We're going to bring it. We didn't think it smelled. We didn't think it smelled bad enough. Thought it didn't smell. It can't be his. The question?
Maintaining the same sound, especially with lineup changes. Because obviously different members bring different kind of vibes and things.
Yeah, I think
vibes are terrible.
I think Ollie's been in the band for so long, and he can't play anything else. So
Ollie's always been the main riff writer in the band since it first started.
Yeah.
And then
and since it's been the three of us, which has been like approaching 10 years now, we all just prefer that kind of groovy, catchy material, so we're just like that.
You've never like kind of listened to something like we were saying, you know, there's a lot of newer, younger artists coming out, and obviously there's some, you know, various different sounds, especially like compared to like 92, there's a lot of, I think, different sort of sides to death metal now. You've never kind of listened to that and think, oh, I'd quite like to incorporate that to Desecration. You've never felt like that.
I don't know, what I do with my music and all the bands I've been in ever, I've just incorporated what I like into playing anyway, you know, so like with Desecration, for example, it's like, I mean, obviously I like the stuff we play, but it's just only like an amalgam of all our ideas, really. It's not how I would have written it if I was writing it all myself, but it's not. We're writing it together, so it comes out as a. Like I said, I think you said, because Ollie's the main riff writer. I've been in the band for years, and obviously I'm in the help with the songwriting and the arrangements and write riffs too and everything. So it's all I think what we all agree on that we like. You know, I think that's when you're writing with other people. I think it's always a compromise on what you both and what you all three of you or four of you or however many you are.
None of us want to play anything that we don't like.
No
matter who puts the riff forward in the practice room, if someone doesn't like it, they'll say, and that's it. If someone doesn't like it, it's gone.
We all play in other bands. We can always use it for a different band anyway. Nothing gets wasted.
So guys, what have you got coming up for the rest of the year?
I can't even think. It's
trying to finish recording the album.
That's the main thing. There's not a lot of gigs coming up. Festivals there.
Playing Russia in September.
Is that the first time you're playing Russia?
No, second time.
How is the Russia scene? It's not something I've ever looked into.
It's
one festival we played before, wasn't there?
That was only one gig before, wasn't it?
As far as I can remember, yeah.
It was like a Go Grind festival, which was weird.
Weird.
The other things we got with Desecration, we're playing the Northern Darkness Festival in Newcastle end of the year. Aside from this tour, I think that's probably
Is that like one of the most, I mean, aside from Damnation, but like it's a new festival that's come out, isn't it? It seems really, really heavy. It must have been like one of the sort of more heavier festivals I've seen come out of the UK. I know it's only one day.
Like At the Gates headline, it's like generally, I mean, you've got Bloodstock doing that kind of thing on a bigger level again, but that's quite a new thing again. You know, it didn't happen 5-6 years ago. That wasn't really
getting there. We're slowly competing. Definitely. Do you guys find it hard to juggle your other bands with Desecration? Do you find one kind of takes over the other?
Yeah, well, Onslaught are very, very busy.
I was going to say Onslaught,
and they pay a bit better. No, it's it can be a bit difficult sometimes, but I mean we've managed to work it out always, haven't we?
Yeah, it's never been an issue yet. There's never been a clash so far where someone's got to make a decision either way with it. You know,
that was with when you had Pete to play the gig instead of me.
That's because you fucking.
Yeah, but that was me fucking up. Yeah, that was me. That was
You guys have anything that you would like to say to the Skulls and Bone viewers over in the US?
Enjoy metal.
Enjoy metal. Go and check Desecration out.
I just thought of that. Really? So that's my motto.
Your new motto: enjoy metal. Anything else?
No, it's fine. Any kind of metal. Aluminium, steel.
Just generally enjoy the music.
British steel.
People who wrote it have actually written it themselves and got talent.
Nice. Okay. Get that on.
So if you stuck it out to the end, give yourself a round of applause and go and grab yourself a beer because you did well. No, there was quite a lot of information and bands and interviews and all sorts of crap to get through. So well done. Hopefully you'll go and check the bands out and I'll be back with another review, a much shorter, compressed one, very, very soon.